welcome to episode 6 of Tomahawk Talk podcast. My name is David Waters.
And I'm Luke Hardin.
Welcome back. We're glad you decided to join us. We're going to be releasing this on Saturday. We're recording this on Thursday. And we got a few things to go over. We got Adam Duvall going to the Marlins. We'll talk about that. Some rule changes. Some of the new start times that were just released earlier today. And also a couple Braves news to go over. So, Luke, why don't you just get us started? You pick what we talk about first.
Let's get into probably the biggest news of the week, at least. Adam Duvall.
Oh, no. The biggest news of the week is not Adam Duvall. We got some iTunes reviews to talk about.
Oh, we do.
We do. We have 2 new ones. Both 5-star reviews. Oh, this is awesome. So this one is from Will, 131413. This one's entitled DFA Liberty Media. I agree. That's fantastic. He says that we are the best Braves podcast around. Will, you're the good man. We really do appreciate that. And also JD 2727272727 says beautiful podcast, 5 stars. This one's interesting. I sent this one to Luke.
No, let me say something. The reason this is funny to me is because you obviously don't recognize their username, but this is my roommate. So shout out to you, Jason.
Of course. Okay, you could have told me that. You want to just read it? No. You can read this one. Do you have it up?
I do not. You can just read it. Just read it.
I need a special voice to do this, should I do like the if you're even familiar with this meme, the Burger King foot lettuce, should I do that?
I don't think I've seen that. I don't know.
You haven't seen that.
No.
So sorry. Like I was having some dinner with some friends the other day, and we started talking about that. I'll send you that after we record this. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. So JD 2727272727 says, "This is an absolutely beautiful piece of artwork that I just listened to. It made me so excited just listening to it. These wonderful daddies' voices are just perfect. Keep it up."
Thank you. Shout out to my roommate.
I'm speechless, Luke. That's so beautiful. Oh boy.
He wanted to be shouted out on the podcast, so he's listened to I believe every podcast episode so far. So
hey,
shout out to you.
That.
Shout out to him.
If this is what you want to waste your time listening to, we're all here for it. And we appreciate it greatly. So Adam Duvall to the Marlins. This one we're gonna kind of start off the episode on a somber note. This sucks.
Yeah, this really, I wouldn't say it hurt because we all love Adam, but at the same time I'm happy for him because at the end of the day he probably wasn't going to start in the outfield. That's just the fact of the matter. He could have come back and been a bench bat, but I don't think he wanted to do that. He's way too talented to be sitting on the bench. So wish it wasn't the Marlins, but I am happy for him that he is going to most likely start for the Marlins. So,
and the one thing that also kind of hurts, he was so affordable too.
Yeah.
He signed a 1-year, $4.5 million deal with the Marlins. He was second on the team in home runs last year with 16, only behind Marcell Ozuna. But Marcell Ozuna shouted out the podcast on his story, so Ozuna forever has a special place place in our hearts. But Duvall also does. I mean, this guy went on an absolute tear in late August and early September. Really helped propel the Braves into the postseason. It kind of slowed down like the last week of the season, and he didn't really do much in the playoffs. Also,
Obviously
like tweaked his
oblique.
Was oblique.
I think he like one of the first. I think it was the first at bat of the NLCS, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in that Dodger series. I'm pretty sure. I think that was game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big loss, and obviously a guy who put up those kind of numbers. He had 45 total hits, and 16 of those were homers. I mean, that was good for a 532 slugging, which is really good. An 833 OPS last year, 890 at bats. Obviously, one of the biggest issues with Duvall is his strikeout numbers. He did strike out, and his strikeout numbers did kind of go down last year, which was a good sign. But it just was so affordable. I think $4.5 million. I know he wasn't going to play every day, but you could give Ozuna a day off or something. But
yeah, I remember him coming over from the Reds. Was that 2018 or?
It was 2018.
I believe that's
yes.
Trade deadline 2018.
And he sucked when
he
first came over.
Let's be honest, he was really bad. I mean, there's really no way to there's no other way to put it. Those 2 months, he was just bad.
Do you have his stats pulled up, Luke?
I can look at them.
No, I have it pulled up. I can say it.
Oh.
You want to know what his OPS was?
What was his OPS? Like 600?
In his first in 2018 with the Braves. You want to say 600?
I'll say 650.
Lower.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's lower.
Lower than 600?
His OPS was lower than 600, yes.
Oh my gosh. 550.
Lower.
500?
Lower.
Oh my gosh. 450?
Lower.
350? Did he even get on base one time? Did he have a 0 OPS?
No, a little higher.
50? A .050?
I'll just say it like before I start dying.
Oh my gosh.
344.
Oh my.
Oh, that's
like next level bad.
Let me pull up Tim Hudson's career OPS. Because he was a good hitting pitcher. I mean, he was a pitcher, so he wasn't supposed to hit, but he did hit a few bombs with us. Let me pull up his career OPS. Yeah, Tim Hudson's career OPS was 410. That's still higher than Adam Duvall in 2018 with us.
Good grief.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's ridiculous.
Shout out Tim Hudson. We love Tim Hudson and Braves country. Member of the Braves Hall of Fame. Yes. I think he's a part of the Braves Hall of Fame, isn't he?
I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Talk about something. I'll look it up. You talk about Adam Duvall more.
Yeah. So back on Adam Duvall. This was the guy. 2018 was awful. I mean, you heard the stats: 344 OPS. And then 2019. He started the year in AAA. I think he led AAA in home runs. I think 31 or 32, I believe. I remember actually going to AAA Gwinnett and watching a game, and I think he had 2 home runs in the game I went to, and he was off the charts. And then came up whenever he came up and tore the cover off the ball, and then obviously the 2-run home run in game 2 of the NLDS against the Cardinals, when nobody wanted Fulte to get pulled, but we did, and it ended up paying off.
He also had that go-ahead 2-run single in game.
He did. That
3.
was a big series for him.
Mm-hmm.
in that 2019 NLDS. So and then obviously 2020, very solid year. So wish him the best of luck. So
yeah, best of luck to Duvall. You know, Atlanta. Atlanta's going to miss Adam Duvall, and for good reason. And that kind of brings me to another thing. Like, why didn't we bring him back? And I don't know if this is the exact answer, but someone sent this thing in a group chat I was in a couple days ago. We only have 2 left-handed hitters on our roster: Freddie Freeman and Ender Inciarte. We have a couple switch hitters, but we have 2 left-handed hitters on our 40-man roster. I think we're basically like we kind of have to bring back Nick Markakis almost, or
I mean,
sign somebody.
Whether Nick's just sitting on the bench, Nick's always been pretty good, but I mean, whether it's Nick or I don't really know who else is out there, left-handed bat
Josh
wise.
Reddick is out there.
Josh Reddick is out there.
I don't think he's going to be a 4th outfielder. I think he's just too. I think he's
Jay
too good
Bruce, I believe, is out there. I don't really know who else is out there, to be honest.
Let me try and figure out who's available on the market. Let me see. I'm going to have to scroll back a few ways, a little ways. That was terrible grammar. I don't know. Gosh, I wish I could find it. I can't find it. But yeah, Josh Reddick's out there. I think Nick Markakis is probably the best option if we want a left-handed hitter. Yeah. But only 2. That's crazy to me. So basically our offense is, I mean, facing like right-handed pitching, we're going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage. I think, unless we can get, a left-handed hitter behind Ozuna, I guess. I don't really know who that could be. I know Ozzy Albies can hit lefty, but honestly, his stats against lefties and righties the splits are insane. He's so much better against left-handed hitters. He's so much better when hitting right-handed. His stats were actually kind of flipped last year, but overall in his career, a lot better against lefties.
Yeah.
So, and we definitely need to find a left-handed hitter. That's kind of
actually one thing I actually had a thought. Obviously, probably far out there. But maybe even bringing a guy like, I don't know if this would happen, but Jackie Bradley Jr. Probably on the other end of not happening at all. But he is a left-handed bat. He hit 283. Very good year offensively. Obviously, he's a great defender in center field. Maybe he's that guy that if we bring him in, we trade Ender, and then Pache, he's back there behind a really good defensive outfielder. But I mean, probably far out there, probably won't happen, but that is a left-handed bat out there on the market.
You said Bradley. Probably not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. Period.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But
it's just a thought. He's just too good to be a 4th outfielder, I feel like, and you're not going to put him in center in front of Pache unless you want to, trade away JBJ a little later on, or if you want to keep him out there and trade Ender, then you would be back where he started with 2 lefties.
Yeah,
I think at this point, Ender Inciarte is our only outfielder left. And I kind of said this. I don't know if I think I texted this to you. I don't remember who I said it to, but we only have 4 outfielders right now on our roster. Actually, no, we have Abraham Almonte. I don't know if he'll make the team coming off of spring training. The guy has mad pop. He has so much power in that bat, but he's probably the worst when it comes to consistency. So Abraham Almonte is also a possibility, but very unlikely in my opinion. we also had Kyle Garlick. We got him from the Phillies. We claimed him off waivers along with Victor Arano. And we had to designate him for assignment to get him off the 40-man roster when we got Marcell Ozuna back. And the Twins just picked him up. So we don't have Kyle Garlick anymore. Kyle Garlick, an absolute Braves legend. He was here for a good week and a half.
Yeah.
Had a longer stay here than Adrian Gonzalez did.
He did.
The Braves legend. And I don't really know what we're going to do about our outfield. I think our budget this year is lower than last year, so I mean, it's going to be nice because we don't owe Marcell Ozuna like a lot of that contract next year. I think we're giving him $12 million next year, which might give us a little bit more money to spend on, I don't know, a bullpen guy or two. But once he starts making more money in that outfield, we're not going to be able to afford as many guys unless we get unless Liberty Media sells the team, which Liberty Media, please do. We don't like you.
Please.
As Will said on his review, DFA Liberty Media, we're sick of them. Bring Ted Turner back. That's what we need at this point.
Bring Ted Turner back.
Elon Musk, owner of the Braves, maybe future. In the future, maybe. I don't know. We need someone that cares.
I mean, I don't know.
Jeff Bezos, didn't he leave Amazon? Maybe he can come over.
He did. He left Amazon to work on rockets with Elon Musk, actually, I think, or work somewhere in the.
Well, he can own the Braves on the side. I would not complain.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I mean, why not? I mean, if you have that much money, what else are you going to spend it on? Just buy just buy Major League Baseball. Is that even possible? I don't think so, but hey, could happen. Maybe.
Could.
I don't think the Players Association would appreciate that, but
no,
knowing them. Anyways, that's another segment of stupid segments. We had one of those was that last episode? No, that was 2 episodes ago. We're probably gonna have those.
Remember
every once in a while. Anyways, this podcast has been growing at an insane rate. And
we're almost up to 100 followers, I believe. We're at 98 currently. So on Instagram,
shout out to the Instagram.
Yeah.
Also, this is the first episode where I can say, go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, we have made a YouTube channel. You were working on it the other day, streaming wise.
We have talked a little baseball with some people. Are we even up to 10 subscribers yet?
Last time I checked, we were at 9.
9. That's huge. We got 9 subscribers.
Two of them are probably us, honestly.
Yeah, I subscribed, so that doesn't.
Oh, there are 10. There are 10.
10.
So
we reached 10.
That's 10, including me and you. So really 8 other people. So
we need to do a giveaway. This is a huge celebration. I'll give away one chewed up piece of gum.
I can give away my one of my masks if you guys want it. I only use one. I have like 5.
Oh, that's huge.
I could give away my.
Okay, you're in charge of shipping. Yeah, we're having a blast doing this. We have almost 400 plays total in about a week and a half doing this podcast, which is insane.
That's crazy. That is unbelievable.
And I've been getting a lot of DMs and stuff saying, "Great work with the podcast. I love listening to this." I mean, I really appreciate all the nice feedback that we're getting. I mean,
yeah,
I was not expecting this podcast to even grow. I was maybe expecting like maybe 10 people to listen, and like those 10 people would all be family members or maybe close friends.
Yeah.
But this is awesome. I mean, I never would have imagined having almost 400 plays. Our most popular one, no big surprise, is the Marcell Ozuna one. That's almost at 150. So
awesome.
That's all. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are
Yeah.
enjoying this podcast. I mean,
yeah, our goal is to, is continue to go up from here. So, hopefully we're still doing this. I mean, summer, we once we are, free of school, I know me personally, I've done like 3 essays this week. That's why we haven't really been shooting out podcasts. So
I have one as well. College life.
But yeah. But once we get into the, the peak of summer, Braves baseball, hopefully, people will be, out and about, going to games, enjoying it. So hopefully by that point, we'll be doing good. So
that's all you had, doing good.
I mean, we're already doing good. So
yeah, we're already doing
good. Doing even better than right now.
Even better. That's more like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think also like hopefully we can have like a more consistent schedule, because right now we have no idea.
Right now we don't have a set schedule. We're just sort of like, when we have free time, we're trying to get these out. It's obviously very difficult, but we're doing our best. So
absolutely. I mean, we're trying. We're making it. College life and a pandemic is not easy by any means. And it's kind of taking its toll now. I mean, there's a lot of work on the side we got to do. Obviously, if you're in college, you understand, but there's so many essays and a bunch of assignments and a bunch of preparation for classes you have to do. And it's just, finding time to do stuff on the side is a very challenging thing. And I don't know if you knew this, Luke, but I'm actually going to be starting a part-time job soon for
really?
school. So,
you did.
That's
going to
make it even tougher. Yeah, I did tell you. Yeah, it's going to make it even tougher. I'm
actually in the summer I should be, obviously I'm going to be getting a job. But
that's everyone.
That's the plan. I've started looking at some jobs potentially, but obviously this will be right there with it, just for the enjoyment. So, and for you guys to enjoy this. So I'm excited. So
yes. I mean, honestly, when I walked in this room and, opened up my computer, I was excited. I was pumped. I just love talking baseball. Like this is awesome. And, as long as you guys are enjoying it as well. And I say guys and gals, we have some girls out there too.
We do have female. We do have some followers that, I mean, if you just love baseball,
analytics. I have some analytics, I think.
Do you?
Oh, let me try to find it. So apparently, okay, we have a geographic location on. So 97% of people who listen to us are from the United States.
Ooh, who are the other 3%?
1% from Canada.
Ooh, Canada.
Shout out to our Canadian listeners. That's awesome. And then less than 1% from a couple other places. We have people from Mexico. Shout out to our Mexico listeners.
Awesome.
That's exciting. South Korea. Shout out to our South Korean people. Wow, we're going all the way around the globe.
We're going global.
Argentina.
Wow.
I cannot believe this. I'm actually seeing this for the first time.
That's what, 5 different countries?
Oh no, there's one more. Israel. We have people from Israel listening.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's insane. That's unbelievable.
If you guys are listening from out of the country or anywhere, I'm
sorry, I just yelled.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
That gets me pumped, man. That gets me so pumped.
Yeah.
So and we got 87% male, 12% female. So I mean, there's females, not many,
Hey,
but
if you like listening to baseball, talking baseball, I mean, that's all that really matters, you know.
And then 1% is not specified. So who knows? Maybe it's a little bit more female than it says, but yeah, I mean, most people are aged 18 to 22. Cool. That's probably like mostly us listening to our own podcast and making sure everything was fine. But yeah, no one over the age of 60 though. So everyone
my
out there,
grandpa listened. Does that count? I don't know if he's on the thing, but
well, it doesn't show up.
it doesn't show up. Darn.
Well, if you are over the age of 60, write us an email.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll shout you out. That's big time. More analytical stuff. 51% of y'all are listening on Apple Podcasts, 41% on Spotify, 3% on Overcast. I'm not even familiar with Overcast. Shout out to our Overcast people.
Is that like a music or just podcasting, or
I don't know.
Does it say?
No,
whatever it is,
say.
shout out to whoever's listening on that. However you're listening to us.
Yes.
However you're listening to us. Thank you.
So, moving on, more baseball stuff. We're probably gonna have like more of those little segments as we move forward, but we got some more Braves news. We signed Nate Jones to a minor league deal.
We did.
We sure did.
Yeah.
Did we actually?
I think so.
Oh yeah, we did. That's insane.
I mean, Nate Jones,
blockbuster. So is hot.
I mean, Nate Jones, another guy, a few years ago was really good. I mean,
2016.
This guy.
I have the stats pulled up right here. Sorry. In 2016, he pitched in 71 games, 70 and 2/3 innings, a 2.29 ERA, a 2.93 FIP. Honestly, like probably one of the better relievers in the game of baseball. Over the last couple of years, he's battled quite a few injuries. Last year, he pitched a little with the Reds. He struggled a bit, but this is a minor league deal. It's a very low risk, high reward signing.
Yeah, a lot of those guys, a lot of relief pitchers we signed or just acquired, like Victor Arano, Carl Edwards Jr., now Nate Jones, a bunch of guys, possibly could make an impact. Maybe they do really good in spring training and make the team. We will see. But
I think Carl Edwards Jr. could be, the next Shane Green in our bullpen.
Yeah.
If we can't bring back Shane Green, I think Carl Edwards Jr. would fit in perfectly. I mean, I know he doesn't have as much closing experience, but hey, I mean, Carl Edwards Jr. is a stud. And, I think adding Nate Jones, kind of under the radar thing. But yeah, it's honestly like, it's not something that gets you like super excited, but I feel like it should get you more excited than it is.
Yeah.
It's one of those types of deals. So, last year had a ERA of 6.27, a 5.49 FIP. Still not great by any means, but not terrible. In 2019, his last year with the White Sox, where he spent the first 8 years of his career, he kind of struggled a little in 2018 and 2019, but obviously battled a lot of injuries. 2017, he also battled injuries, but he was still pretty good in those years. But yeah, if he can get back to his old self, I mean, I know that's the case for a lot of players. But he has a lot of potential, I think.
Yeah. Definitely under the radar signing.
I addressed earlier, now we're kind of going to move on to like news from around Major League Baseball. A left-handed hitter that I thought would be a great fit. I would have loved to see us reunite with Matt Joyce. Not anymore. He has signed a minor league deal with the Philadelphia Phillies. Man, I love Matt Joyce, and I wish him the best of luck.
Yeah.
I think he would have been
of your page. I believe he's
yes,
definitely active on social media.
Very active. He used to respond to my DMs and stuff, and he was such a nice guy. I sent him a DM because I saw him responding at DMs and showing the love to Braves fans and everything, and you could tell he loved being in Atlanta and he loved their fans. And when he went to the Marlins, I direct messaged him on Instagram, and I was just like, "Hey, thank you for being such a great guy." By interacting with fans and all that. And I don't remember exactly what I said. I could probably pull it up, but he sent me like a paragraph back just saying like, thank you so much. And he posted it on his story, and it was just like, we need more players like that. I mean,
for sure.
He's just one of the nicest players ever. And, it sucks because he's going to the Phillies, one of our least favorite teams, but, we wish him the best of luck. I hope the Phillies once again suck this year. But I hope Matt Joyce is the star of that team. I hope he's better than Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
I hope he's better than those two combined. Who knows? Maybe he's gonna, turn out like he's gonna be their starting left fielder, and he's gonna, hit 50 bombs next year. Who knows?
He could. He
has a very smooth swing.
Definitely, he does. Definitely,
I love watching his swing.
It's very sweet to watch. I remember. I don't remember when it was, but just watching him hit is very sweet swing. So
that is one of the smoothest left-handed swings ever. I mean, I'm not saying Freddie Freeman's isn't, but like his is a little like it's very unorthodox the way he swings. I wouldn't say his is smooth. I don't want to say it's very smooth, but it really works for him. So hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
So more news from around Major League Baseball. We had a big three-way trade or three-team trade yesterday. You got the details on that, Luke?
I have most of the details. So Andrew Benintendi, part of the 2018 World Series Red Sox team, traded to the Kansas City Royals. Also involved were the Mets. The Mets received Khalil Lee,
prospect,
a center outfield prospect. And then the Red Sox received a few players. It said anywhere up to 5. There were 2 that were named. Let me pull it up here. Give me a second. Oh yeah, Frenchie Cordero, who was with the Padres for a while. Was on the Royals. I guess some point this year. He gets traded. 2 players to be named later. So that's all the details we have right now.
Why the Mets need to be involved with everything?
The Mets just like to be relevant.
I like being relevant too, but we're like this offseason, like besides getting Morton and Ozuna back, we're pretty irrelevant.
I feel like
honestly.
the Mets have been involved in like every single
everything.
Like every person in free agency, like the Mets are involved. And I heard they're interested in Justin Turner. They're interested in Chris Bryant. I mean, they're interested in everybody. For all we know, they want to trade for Freddie Freeman. I don't know.
I just found a picture of Benintendi online, and it looks just like one of our high school teammates.
Wait.
I'm just
Send that to me.
I'm gonna send it to you like right now because while it's on my mind. Okay. Let me send it to you. I don't mind if you pull it up.
Oh, I have a feeling I know who it's gonna.
Yeah, probably.
That's great. Oh my god.
Okay, don't leave me on red. All right. So moving on. So Benintendi to the. Why did I just get rid of my Benintendi sets? Benintendi's been around for a few years. He came up in 2016, but he's only 26 years old right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, battled some injuries last year. He had an OPS of 442. Shades of Adam Duvall last year, but not last year, 2018. But 2018 was 3 years ago. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's, oh my gosh.
Acuna came up 3 years ago.
Good grief. That's crazy.
I know. Did I just make every Braves fan listening feel older? Probably. I mean, maybe it's a reality check for some people. I don't know. But yeah, Benintendi, he's a great fielder. His offensive production, it's not bad, but I mean, he hasn't lived up to the hype yet. I mean, he's kind of it kind of reminds me of Dansby Swanson. I think the potential's definitely there. He was drafted 7th overall in the 2015 draft, which I want to say, was that? No, Dansby was 2014, right? Let me find out.
Dansby was 20.
Came up in 20.
No, I think that might have been the same draft.
Or was that the same draft? It was the same draft. Both in 2015 draft. Both of them first rounders. Both of them drafted out of college, and both of them made the big leagues in 2016, a year after they were drafted. So,
yeah, I mean, Andrew Benintendi
out of Arkansas.
Yeah,
and then Dansby out of Vandy. Also, speaking of Dansby Swanson, happy birthday, Dansby. Dansby's a solid 27 years old today.
Wow, he is a lot older than I thought. He definitely doesn't look 27.
And it looks like he's
looks like he's like 23.
Yeah.
Looks like he's fresh out of college.
Because I mean, he just always does look fresh.
Yeah.
I mean it's crazy. But happy birthday, Dansby.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this episode is going to be airing on 2 days after we're going to be recording this, but
so happy late birthday
happy belated birthday. But when
everybody's listening to this.
Yeah, Dansby, if you're listening,
February 11th, that would be 2000 or 1994 when he was born. February 11th, 1994. Is that correct?
That's how you do math. Yes.
Shut up.
Yes, 1994. So big happy birthday to Dansby. That's big time. More Major League Baseball news. Marwin Gonzalez to the Red Sox. Is that official?
Ken Rosenthal tweeted it, so I believe so.
Yeah, that's official then. All right. Well, Marwin Gonzalez to the Boston Red Sox. So they've been active the last couple of days. They
have. Doing something. What they're going to be doing in the season, who knows what. I mean, I don't know what that team's going to look like.
Marwin Gonzalez is a solid pickup for them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Definitely, yeah. John Heyman tweeted Marwin Gonzalez to Red Sox.
He's a free agent,
And
wasn't
then, yes.
he? Yeah, he signed a 2-year deal before 2019. Yeah, that's a solid pickup for him. I mean, this guy's going to
1 year, 1 year, $3 million.
Only $3 million.
Yeah,
Really, for a guy who puts up that kind of production. I mean, he's good for probably 260 to 270 bat or 250 to 270 batting average, probably. He hit 303 in 2017 when he was with the infamous Astros. I wonder why he hit 303. He put 907 OPS, 146 OPS plus. Obviously, you got to take into consideration the fact that he knew what was coming, but
yes, very true.
Solid production. He's only 32 years old. He wasn't great last year with the Twins. He wasn't terrible. I mean, actually, he was pretty bad. He had a 606 OPS, but I mean, he can definitely put up some good numbers, and good for Marwin.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this, but Marwin Gonzalez came up. Or do you want to just take a guess when Marwin Gonzalez made his debut?
2010.
Okay. I thought he was came in 2014, 2015. He's been here since 2012.
Really?
He's old. He's been around longer than I thought, honestly. Maybe to you, or maybe to me and not you, because you said 2010. But
yeah, I mean, I just guessed because he's 32. So
why else would I ask?
yeah, I don't know.
So, Marwin Gonzalez to the Red Sox, and now we get to, you guys see the title of this episode. We have one more thing to go over for today. The rule changes. Actually, no, I guess we can talk about the schedule for next year, but we're not going to literally be like, game 1 in Philadelphia, 305, game 2, and we're not going to go all the way to 162 games. We're not going to do that, but little FYI for everyone, the Major League Baseball sent out the entire 162 game schedule. The first time in 2 years we've been able to say that. Thank goodness. 162 games. We're exciting. We're very excited for that.
We are.
Thank you to the Players Association for not doing that 154 game thing that Manfred wanted. Yeah, we don't. That's not good for the fans. That's not good for baseball. It's not good for the, for record chases. I think that that the 2021 Dodgers could be the best team of all time. They have that potential, and see them maybe approach 120 wins. I think that's doable. Excuse me, my voice kind of went out there, but so some of the rule changes. There will be no DH in the National League next year
officially. So that is not a question. Marcell Ozuna will be playing left field. So
that's why we're not gonna. That's why I'm saying, we can't go after JBJ because, we can't just slide it JBJ into left field and Ozuna at DH. We can't do that anymore. Even though we're very, very likely to have a designated hitter in 2022, it's almost a guarantee almost at this point.
Yeah.
Because even Manfred knows, who doesn't like the
DH? I saw an article the other day that said, not having the DH is going to push back Mike Soroka being back because they don't want to risk him getting hurt while hitting. And that's just, it kind of makes me irritated to some extent because I want to see Mike back, but hopefully he is good to go for the season. And
hopefully he's ready by opening day.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. Maybe be careful with him over spring training. Bring him back slowly but surely. Maybe first 2-3 starts, maybe let him go an inning, maybe 2 tops,
mm-hmm.
and then work his way up. This it's exhibition baseball. You don't want to have pitchers go out there and throw 5 or 6 innings. Not this early on. This isn't like. I'm also going to bring this up because I saw this thing the other. What's yes? I think it was yesterday. Where do you remember a reliever named Guillermo Mota?
Guillermo Mota. I recognize the name, but I probably.
So he hit Mike Piazza in a spring training game in like 2003 when Piazza was a Met. Mota was with the Dodgers. He threw inside the first time, and then he hit him in the shoulder. And oh man, I wish I could share this on the podcast, but the podcast is audio only. I mean, we could upload it to YouTube, but I don't know. Piazza charged the mound, and he had the look of his. Let me just pull up this incident. Like, this is the most insane spring training incident I had ever seen in my life. I mean, Mike Piazza was like, he had that look in his eyes, like, I'm gonna kill you. It was probably the scariest look I've ever seen anyone give in my life. Let me see. It's not on Piazza's Wikipedia page, but it's on Mota's. How do you spell Guillermo? It says I spelled it right.
No clue.
I spelled it right. It's just okay. It came up. 2003. Wait, no. Okay, so he hit him the year before in a spring training game. But that one apparently, I don't know. Piazza apparently grabbed him by his neck.
Oh gosh.
This was a spring training game. I know I'm getting so off topic. I'm sorry. I just had to bring this up. I might leave the link to this video in the description of this episode if you want to go check it out. But the year after, he hit him again with a pitch. Piazza charged the mound, starting a brawl, and both players were ejected. Get this. After the game, Piazza literally entered the Dodgers clubhouse looking for Mota.
Oh gosh.
So he literally stormed into their clubhouse looking for the guy who just hit him with a pitch. But he had already left at that point. Mota had already left. But Piazza literally searched the entire clubhouse before he left.
Awesome.
This was a spring training game, if you can believe that.
Dude, that's crazy.
So, but listen, do not take spring training that seriously. Do not be like Guillermo Mota and Mike Piazza. Do not, I know, like, literally the chances of Snicker listening to this are slim to none, and I think he already knows that anyways, but like, if we lose a game like 20-0 in spring training, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't
who
matter.
Cares? Honestly, like, who cares? Like oh, speaking of, dude, have you seen, I mean, I know you posted this on your story last night, but the projections. Holy
oh yeah, I was going to address
cow.
This too. So this is
these might have been not even just in the NL East, but these might have been the worst predictions I have ever seen. There is one team, and that's the LA Dodgers, that are over 100 wins. They have 103. I believe they were the only team. Yeah. The only team of over 100 wins was the Dodgers, and they're at 103.
I'm going to let you have this entire segment. You just rant, and you'd say how absurd this is.
And then don't even get me started with what in the world is going on in the NL East. Okay, first off, 82 wins. 82 wins for the Braves. Fourth place.
82-80 record. 2 games over 500.
But yet they have the Nationals in second place with 85 wins somehow. Who's gonna, who beside outside of Juan Soto and Trey Turner? I mean, nobody on that offense produces. Victor Robles, he's but
Forber.
Maybe. But I mean, and then And then, I mean, the 68 wins for the Marlins.
Oh, they have Josh Bell too. I forgot about that.
They do have Josh Bell. But I mean, 68 wins for the Marlins is kind of disrespectful. Regardless, I mean, this year in a 162 game season, probably, they wouldn't have made the playoffs straight up. But 68 wins, that team is scrappy. That team is a lot better. I think they could maybe squeak out 75 wins. And then the Central is just a dumpster fire. I don't really care about that. But then, I mean, just both the Eastern projections were bad.
Let's also address like whose rankings these are. This is Picada, I think, or how do you say it? Picada. I don't know. Which let me pull up what they even stands for. That's an abbreviation of some sort. How do you spell that?
I'll keep going on my rant. But in the AL East, they have the Yankees winning the division with 97 wins, which whatever, understandable. Then the Rays, obviously losing Blake Snell, Charlie Morton, they have 86 wins, whatever. The Blue Jays are in third with 85. And then the Central, third place with 83 wins, the White Sox. You're telling me the Chicago White Sox are only going to get 83 wins after the kind of season they had?
If you look at their roster, are you kidding me?
83 wins. You're telling me that the Cleveland Indians, I mean, you can say what the Indians have a decent pitching staff. They got a good pitching staff, but they traded Francisco Lindor. I mean, they signed Eddie Rosario, but where are they going to find it? Where are they going to win 86 games?
In what world are they better than the Braves?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so you're telling me that the Indians are going to win 4 more games than the Braves? What?
And what?
No. And then you're telling me the LA Angels, the Los Angeles Angels are going to have 5 more wins than the Braves. What are we doing here?
So Picada.
You can go.
Pecota. I don't know. Is this Baseball Prospectus? Is that?
Yes.
I think it's that their little system. Picada stands for. I don't know if I'm going to say all these words right. I don't even know what. This is too complicated. This is too complex for me. Player empirical comparison and optimization test algorithm. It's baseball. It's their proprietary system that projects player and team performance, and they also didn't even put a period in their sentence. So, this thing is just, I
mean, not even as a Braves fan, just as a baseball fan. I mean, I genuinely.
I know this Braves, or this is even. No, it's not a Braves page. It's a baseball page on Instagram. This guy literally flames on the Braves every chance he gets. I think he's a Mets fan or something. Probably a Mets fan.
Fair enough.
But he just, I don't know. He even admitted they're way too low. He literally thinks he thinks the Mets are a much better team than the Braves right now, which I mean, I guess I can see why you can say that, but
you could make a semi argument,
a lot better. I don't know. I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. I'm not going to say who this is, but I've seen it. They're not that much better. I mean, they're better. They could be better. I'm not going to say they are better. I just really confused myself there, and I kind of said they're better. They're not that. They could be. I'm not saying they are. I feel like we're a little better, but I'm a little biased probably. But I don't know.
This is a team that went to Game 7, neck and neck with the Dodgers, the team that won the World Series. Took them to Game 7. They had a 3-1 lead. You know, obviously you can roll out the Atlanta sports jokes memes if you want. You know, whatever. But
You've seen all of them.
yeah, it really doesn't faze me at this point. But I mean, this was a team that was 1 win away from going to the World Series, and now they're being projected to finish 4th and have 82 wins.
With basically the exact same team.
With the exact same team, with addition to Drew Smiley
and Charlie Morton.
And Charlie Morton.
I mean, maybe the bullpen isn't as strong. I mean, it's still strong. You know, we got Edwards, we got Nate Jones, we got Victor Rano. I mean, 3 guys who are not like very exciting, but they can definitely help. I mean, I know I've said that already this episode, but like those guys are really, really good. They could be very, 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 very good.
I mean, even guys that are maybe more depth starters right now at AAA, like guys like maybe even Sean Newcomb, who has shown flashes of really being really good out of the pen.
And remember his start against the Dodgers at SunTrust Park a couple years ago.
Yeah, almost threw a
no-hitter. Then dadgum Chris Taylor had a break it out with 2 outs in the 9th.
Gosh.
Apparently, the better second baseman than Ozzy Albies, according to MLB Network. He's not even a second baseman.
I don't even think that guy. I don't know what position that guy even plays. Honestly,
he plays all over.
He's just an everywhere position.
He plays in the infield. He plays in the outfield. You know, Dodgers had a couple of those guys who were really good. They had both Chris Taylor and Kike Hernandez. Hernandez is a stud too. He's also with the Red Sox now. You know, we're talking about the Red Sox a lot this episode. This is still a Braves podcast. We promise. That's not going to change ever.
Mm-mm.
Listen, we're not even going to talk about like the Falcons or the Hawks. This is just Braves. This is just a baseball podcast.
Baseball all day.
Because baseball's the best. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love college football. I love the NFL. I love watching other sports. But, you know, also bring back the Thrashers. I'll just throw that in this episode. There, I said it. I know this might be a 3rd time getting an NHL team, but like, come on. I mean, I'll go to hockey games. I'll support. You know, we saw what happened with Atlanta United a couple of years ago.
We did.
You know, people welcomed an MLS team with open arms, and you know they brought us a MLS championship. So,
but
you know,
now that the Super Bowl's over, it's
it's baseball season.
I mean, college baseball starts in about a week, and then spring training in about 2 weeks, and then the MLB season beginning of March or beginning of April. So,
to anyone listening out there, who cares about like organization and stuff, we apologize because we were talking about rule changes.
Yeah, we're talking about everything right now. Yeah. I kind of changed the subject when I started to go on my rant about the horrible projections. So that's
but we're gonna bring that up anyways, and I kind of forgotten about it. So but yeah, let's just talk about the other rule changes. And we'll just go one by one with these. We talked about the DH. That's terrible. Having no DH in the National League. The next one, 7-inning doubleheaders. I don't really mind this one.
I mean, I don't mind it. It's not. I mean, I understand from a player's perspective. Like, you know, it's definitely, especially for pitchers, it's definitely, you don't want to be, throwing out guys. It's a good thing for pitchers, especially your bullpen. I do like it because it doesn't happen all the time, so that's why I'm somewhat okay with it. So it's not gonna be like something happened that something's happening, like there's doubleheader every weekend. So I'm not really too worried about that. And then, but the one I do have kind of an issue with, this is it could go either way, is the runner on second in extra innings. I mean, I I just don't really understand it. I mean, you know, I get the idea of you want to speed up the game a little bit, but at the end of the day,
It's extra innings.
nobody bunts anymore. Nobody plays ABC baseball. It's a thing of the past, essentially, unless you're like Ned Yost or somebody or Buck Showalter. I mean, you know, like I don't know.
I honestly like. I know, like, I'm kind of like one of those guys that's kind of weird about this, but I actually like small ball. I
Yeah,
actually think it's very helpful for a team. You know, if you have a guy at second, no outs, you know, and the guy there is the winning run, you don't need to hit a bomb. You don't need a, you don't, you just need a base hit. And, you know, everyone's trying to be the hero and have a walk-off homer. You could be a
you
hero
know
and
it.
hit a single in those situations. And even if you if you even bunt the guy to third, you could be a hero because the next guy can drive him in with a sac fly.
Yeah.
I mean,
A team that, you know, obviously kind of a division rival. I mean, they're not our biggest rival, but a team that does a really great job of this. The
the
Marlins.
Marlins.
I mean, Don
Yes,
Mattingly. You know,
he
I
knows what
mean
he's doing.
that team they know how to steal bags. They know how to bunt. They know how to. I believe they were like one of the bottom teams in home runs last year. But you know, they found a way. They stole bases. They got guys over and got them in. I mean, and that's something that's a lost art in the game of baseball, I think. I mean,
You know, it would be awesome is if at 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time on April the 1st, 2021, Braves playing in Philadelphia. Ronald Acuna steps to the plate, drops down a bunt single first pitch, and steals second and third, and
no, there's
then
something about a bunt hit, like, you know, like I
it's a,
remember seeing
you know, our
no,
baseball
you
coach
know,
preached this.
I remember
Sorry, go
seeing
ahead.
who was it? I think it was Ryan Flaherty in 2018. I think it was I was at opening day. It was Ryan Flaherty. I believe this was when Nick Markakis hit the
The
walk-off
walk off.
3-run homer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was at this game. Ryan Flaherty laid down a bunt, beat the shift, perfect bunt. Like that is like, I mean, guys like, you know, Ender Inciarte. I mean, Freddie Freeman, you know, he gets a pass because, you know, Freddie's
He's Freddie
Freddie.
Freeman, and he can
But like,
easily just line a double down the left field line.
I mean,
Just as easily.
guys like Ender Inciarte, like if you have that, why do you not take it? You know, I mean, I don't know.
Mhm.
It is what it is, but
Yeah, Ender had the only sacrifice bunt for the Braves last year.
yeah,
There was only one for the entire team. You know, and I, I really, it's kind of it's kind of tough to say this because like the game has changed so much. You know, in just like a decade, I guess. But like, you know, back in the day, like there wasn't even a shift. Like no teams
yeah,
even shifted. Maybe like the outfielders would take a few steps over, depending on if it was a left-handed hitter or right-handed hitter.
hmm
Um, but you know, if you have a shift, like let's say we got a left-handed batter and you know everyone shifted over to the right side, the second baseman's playing halfway in right field, like just you know if you could just work on it in the batting cage, just drop a bunt down the third base line. That's a free single. And our baseball, like Luke, and I know this very well because we had a coach in high school who like preached this. A bunt single is a line drive in the box score.
yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, that'll
It's
help
all
your
the
running
same.
average. It would help your on base percentage. It'll help your OPS. Maybe it might not help your slugging, but it'll help your on base percentage. And it might open up some more opportunities to steal some bases. You know, I just think it would be just so great to see, you know, teams implement the bunt more. You
Yeah,
know, a little bit of small ball, station to station. You know, I feel like back in the day, you know, the first few Braves teams I watched, they did a lot of station to station, and then you know, we'd have guys like Brian McCann come up, and you know, I remember he kept hitting grand slams against the Phillies at one point. don't know if you remember that, but he hit like 3 grand slams against the Phillies in the span of like probably a year and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even have all that many grand slams anymore because we don't have guys who get on base anymore. It's kind of sad, but I mean, it's kind of the way it is. And who knows, maybe like the Marlins are a big exception to that. They do a lot of station to station. They don't really have a lot of pop in that lineup, and they play a lot of small ball, which is really respectable in my eyes because should be a big part of the game, but it's not anymore.
I mean, the Marlins were a team that
it's a lost art.
The Marlins were a team in 2020 that, I got so irritated by because they were so good at stealing bases. And, like I remember watching, I think it was that game on like YouTube TV or something, and they were just bunting us to death. And I'm like, bro, what is going on?
Like, wake up. Like, first of all, if you ever go up against a team who just lays down a bunch of bunts, just be prepared for the bunt. Like, expect the bunt.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it would be that hard to not shift, like actually have the shortstop play his position. Don't have, I was listening. John Boy Media did this interview session at the winter meetings, and he interviewed Bob Costas. And he asked Bob Costas about his thoughts on the shift. And he asked and Bob Costas had one of the best responses he could have possibly given. He said, would you like to see Ozzie Smith, the greatest defensive shortstop of all time, play on the right side of second base? No, nobody would like to see that. It's just, I feel like Major League Baseball will eventually do something to kind of, stop like the crazy shifts, like the 4 guys on the right side of the infield or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just, it's not baseball. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but I don't really have any backup. Like, I don't have an argument that really says that's not baseball, but I don't like it. And another thing I don't like, this is the last rule change. I don't think this is implemented this year, thank goodness, but I think Manfred's trying to push it, and I am so against this one. Expanded playoffs.
Yeah. Well, to some extent, like, I don't want what this year was. That's not what I want. I don't think that. Now, I do think there should be how should I say this? There should be an advantage to more of an advantage to being a 1 seed in each league. I mean, they have the advantage of you get to play the wild card team, but like, I mean, I don't know.
I think expanded playoffs takes away the integrity of the regular season altogether. Like, if the Dodgers can literally play at 50, like give 50%, and they would still make the playoffs. Like, no, I feel like you have to play all 162 games. You got to play hard all 162 games. And if you don't make it, that sucks. But like, get better next season.
Yeah.
It's not like, I feel like even the Dodgers, if they gave half effort, they would still make the playoffs if we had expanded playoffs every year. Which it's just, why even have 162 game season if you're just going to have half the league in the playoffs? It's just, unless they have like a bunch of single game eliminations.
The one thing I would like to see change, I would like to see the wild card game become a 3-game series. I would like.
Yes, I was a big fan of that.
I think that would be. I would like to see that happen. I mean, even just the 2 teams. I kind of like, the 1-game series is interesting, but I think a 3-game series really goes to show who is the best team out of those 2 teams. I think.
And you look at the 1-game series. Go ahead. Go finish up.
I think a 1-game series, it's, anything can happen in a 1-game series. but I think, I mean, you could have the best pitcher. I mean, you could have the two best pitchers going at it. But then, how that goes to show how good is your 2 and 3. I mean, I think it goes to show, like, especially for a 5-game series, that is, I think a 3-game series is what needs to happen in the future. So
yes, and you look at the NL West this year. You look at like two powerhouse teams, the Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers are much better than the Padres, first of all, I think. But the Padres are still a big time powerhouse team. I think the Padres are, I think the Padres and the Braves are like right there for the second best team in the National League.
yeah.
And the Mets are kind of right there in that realm too. Would you like to see, I guess if right now the two wildcard teams would be the Mets and the Padres? Because I feel like those right now, like if I had to predict the standings, those would be the two wildcard teams.
Yeah.
How bad would it be to have like a great team like that have their entire season hang on the balance of a 1-game single elimination game,
while facing the best pitcher in the game in Jacob deGrom, if that were to happen
for the Padres?
I think that goes to show. I mean, it'd probably be maybe like deGrom versus Snell. I mean, I think
or Darvish.
deGrom. I mean, it goes to show if the Mets win that game, but then you go to game 2 and 3. I mean, the Padres got Darvish. What I blanked. Sorry. Darvish, Lamet, Paddock, Gore. I mean, Joe Musgrove. I mean, and then I think that would really open up opportunities for, I mean, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't see why a 162 game season, if you play hard for 162 games, make it to the playoffs, and have your season just ended for like a 1-game single elimination, it sucks. And the Braves fell victim to that in 2012, and it was terrible. I mean, if obviously it makes it a lot more fun to watch if your team's not involved. I feel like if you're on the outside looking in, it's just like this. It was intense. It's intense even if you're a fan of those two teams, but obviously if you go home, it's just it sucks because a 1-game single elimination, it shouldn't even be a thing really. But I mean, if you have like a team like the Padres like going home after the wildcard game, that's just, it's bad. And I really like I don't know why expanded playoffs is even like a question. I don't know if it's Major League Baseball trying to make more money or something, or like have more playoff games, more income, more ticket sales, all that. I mean, it just takes away the integrity of the regular season. It makes the regular season look kind of like a joke almost. So really, really against the expanded playoffs. And I hope that if it isn't broke, then don't even try fixing it, because there's nothing to fix. Like, it's just fine the way it is, except to do the 3-game wildcard series. But other than that, that's all the expanded playoffs we need is the 3-game wildcard.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I do have something I think would be really cool to end on, especially after talking about small ball and stuff. But do you remember Ender Inciarte's walk-off bunt?
I had an Instagram live of that.
Did you actually?
Yes, I did a face reveal. That was my first face reveal, and I did it completely by accident. But the people watching it got to see my face. But I mean, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you could see my face. You could see the face behind Braves News 101 right here.
Right there. I
know you can see it every day, almost every day. Well, you used to be able to see it every day. We don't see each other much anymore in person, but if we go home, we're going to be able to see each other a lot more. But
so Would you like to end on that? On that video, walk-off bunt?
No, but we can have it in there. You want me just? We gotta have a wallop segment, and then we'll do one of the top 20 moments. So we'll have three different videos to end the episode on. So chances are I'm gonna have an ad for this Ender Inciarte bunt because MLB is full of a bunch of greedy millionaires. So, we're basically just dissing everything Major League Baseball right now. Actually, just Manfred. Yeah, expanded playoffs is so dumb. Also, later on in the series, we're going to hear another thing for Ender Inciarte, and a lot of people probably probably know what that moment is for my top 20 moments of the decade.
Yeah, I know what that moment
is. But we're not going to spoil it. So
we're not going to spoil it, though.
If you're a diehard Braves fan, you might remember. Or if you're just a casual Braves fan, you still might remember it. So, let me find it. Yep, I got an ad. Let's see. Can I guess what ad this is? There's a turtle on the table. Oh, it's a Discover commercial. Discover. This episode is not sponsored by Discover. Discover, sponsor us. Oh, it's one of those MLB recap things.
Oh.
So we might have some other commentary. Oh yeah, Camargo's triple before that.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
That was fun. Oh, back with Joe Simpson was in the booth. All right. Wait, wait. Is my audio okay? Yeah, you could probably hear me pulling up the video. But here y'all go. This is Ender Inciarte's walk-off bunt single. This is a lost art, and I hope we can do this again. But for right now, let's just relive the best bunt in Braves history. Let's go.
Roll it.
Play because Ender's tough to double up, but if he hits it slow, they'll come home.
Also, we got the beat in the background too.
Third pitch. He bunts. Gonzalez throws late, plays late. An unbelievable comeback for Atlanta.
All right, so that's that. We also had a little. Hopefully, that's not copyrighted music in the background. Actually, I don't think it really matters on a podcast because I know podcasts who discuss music and stuff, and they play music all the time. So I think we're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ender Inciarte's walk-off bunt. So let's also find a wallop to play. Pirates signed Brian Goodwin earlier today.
Oh, they did.
Pirates just getting a tad bit better. They're still terrible, but
I guess let's side Tony Walters.
Shout out to our Pirates friend Jeff.
Shout out
he said,
Jeff.
"Yeah, just say our name, say his name." He's probably not gonna listen to this anyways, but shout out to him.
Yeah.
Let's see. September 9th, 2019. Take a guess. Who is it?
What? When was it?
September 9th, 2019.
September 9th, 2019.
First strike, come on.
September 9th, 2019.
I'll give you a big hint. It was a leadoff homer.
Was it Ronald Acuna?
No. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Ronald Acuna's leadoff homer in Philadelphia. Let's do it.
Tonight, and a high fly ball is walloped to deep left field. It's a leadoff homer. Great way to start the road trip.
Well, and not to mention, he got on a fastball right there. Something he struggled with. Great to see.
Great analysis from Jeff Francoeur right there. Shout out Jeff Francoeur. That was the second pitch of the game. Good for Ronnie. So, I got to pull up the What? Where are we in the countdown? Are we at 18?
I think we're at
20 homes?
17.
Well, I gotta pull it up. So
I'm not 100% sure.
keep the people posted on everything else that's going on. Oh, the Pirates also got Tony Walters today. That's another thing. Pirates just keep getting better and better.
I already said that.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Dude, there are
Let's
people
find it.
like yelling next to me. Like there's something they were like banging on the wall earlier. It's really weird.
That is very weird. It's strange.
Anyways.
Okay. Oh yeah, something else that happened this year. Juan Soto blocked me. I had forgotten that. Juan Soto blocked my Instagram. That was that was funny. Okay. Where are these moments? Oh, I went way too far. Shoot. Oh yeah, we are at 17. The last one was Freddie Freeman's cycle.
Yes.
Number 17 was pretty recent. June 14th, 2019.
June 14th, 2019.
We mentioned the left fielder in this video earlier in the podcast.
I had I knew this before. Was it McCann's walk-off?
It was McCann's walk-off to the very slow Jay Prusen left. So let's just give a little background information. The Braves entered this game on a 7-game winning streak. I should just do this for every single moment. And at this point of the season, Atlanta and Philadelphia, wow, I had a typo in this, were locked in a battle for the top spot in the National League East. Max Fried would take the mound for Atlanta against Nick Pivetta. Never mind, I am not reading all this. This is the longest paragraph ever. Okay, so this was Brian McCann's first season, or this was his only season back in Atlanta after being with the Yankees and Astros. Fan favorite catcher for Atlanta. And yeah, we had second and third, 2 outs against Hector Neris in the bottom of the 9th inning. We were down by 1 run. So we'll end on this. So any final remarks?
Go follow us on our socials. They'll be in the description.
Yes. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Get us to 100 Instagram followers on Tomahawk Talk Pod.
Get us to 1 million YouTube subscribers.
We might be live streaming soon. We aren't really sure yet, but
yes, but get us to 1 million. We'll have a giveaway at 1 million subscribers.
That's probably a long way off, but just a little bit.
We'll give away a Tom Glavine signed baseball. How about that? Base Hall of Famer. He's in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
He is.
If you don't have any social media, but you're still listening to us, email us. We check our email. We haven't gotten any emails yet, but if you're interested in reaching out to us via email, have a comment, have any feedback for us, please let us know how we can improve. Maybe some questions or video, or not video. That's like the 3rd episode I've said video. Episode ideas. Whatever. I mean, you name it. We'll probably do it. So until next time, I am David Waters.
And I'm Luke Hardin.
Thank you for listening, everyone. And we will see. Well, actually, I'm going home this weekend, so I might be recording from home. So I don't know when the next episode is going to be, but until next time, thanks for listening. Chop on. Brian McCann. Here we go.
Fly ball hit toward the gap. That ball